Howdy guys. Apparently this is field strip day because I jumped in my gun safe down here at the new man cave and I noticed I had a little bit of rust starting on stuff. The humidity's kind of bad down here. Next video we're going to do is on the Kalashnikov AK47, whatever. First thing we're going to do, make sure it's not loaded. There's a couple schools of thought on how to do this. I like my action charged. First thing we're going to do here is we're going to push in on this button right here. We're going to pull apart this dust cover. That's all it really is. From here, guys, there's spring pressure. Be careful. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to push forward on this locking bolt right here. Pull it forward, which is going to release our spring. Pull that all the way out. Pull back on the bolt. Slides out. Bolt carrier, I should say. And that is it for the basic field strip for cleaning. Most people can figure this out on their own. Some people can't. I'm not going to try and take my hand guards off and the gas tube just because these ones are a little bit tougher. Honestly, I never have. How you do that is you rotate this this pin here up and all this will come apart. You should be able to figure that out. I'm not going to get into it. Now, let's get into the bolt and the bolt carrier. This bolt group here is very easy to take apart. It's just, you got to remember how it came apart. Let me kick my light on here. You got to remember how this comes apart. It only works. It works in such a fashion that as you pull the trigger, it rotates every time the bolt cycles. Okay? But all you got to do is take it apart, is roll it back to its back position and keep rotating. And it slides out. Not very hard, not very difficult. Just remember when you're putting it back together, big lug up, the biggest of the lugs up, push it in, roll it back over until it slides and cams like it needs to. One of the big advantages to the AK platform is it is truly gorilla ugly simple. It works. It's always going to work. It is a true gas piston system. You know, people are starting to figure out with the AR-15 that the gas piston is, you know, a much better system, much more reliable. Doesn't heat up as bad as the AR-15 does. Or it doesn't heat up as bad as the gas piston system. Man, it's early. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. It does. The gas piston does not heat up as hot as the true gas guns like the AR-15. Now you can take the ejector apart, or I'm sorry, the extractor out of this. There is a pin right here that you have to knock out. I don't suggest doing that if you don't know what you're doing. And I honestly don't know what I'm doing. I've never had the extractor apart, I've never had the extractor out of an AK-47. I've never felt the need. I'm sure there's a video out there if you feel the need. Man, these things are pretty tough, pretty hard to break. As you can see, the tolerances for these things are extremely loose. It's flimsy, it's loose, it's sloppy. That's what makes it such a fine weapon system, in that, you know, it can take a lot of dirt and grime and so on and so forth. But it comes time to put it back together. Put your bolt back in there. Slide your gas piston back up in that rod. Now, it's worth noting your bolt needs to be all the way forward at the time you put this in. But you drop this bolt carrier down in here, there's a little set of grooves that it needs to drop down in and run on, like that. Let's see here. Pull it back out. You see this groove right here has to go down inside a little set of lips. And sometimes you get to push down on a little bit. If it doesn't slide all the way forward, like I went over on one side there, very easily, like so, you've done something wrong. From here, with the bolt all the way forward in the lock position, put our buffer spring back in and down into this hole. Remember, spring pressure, be careful. From there, put our desk plate back on in the groove. That's it. Function check, like on any other weapon system, is pull the trigger, hold it to the rear, you should hear the hammer fall. Bang. You're going to cycle the weapon system, holding back on the trigger, let it off, you should hear a metallic click. That's the sear resetting. Press trigger again, the hammer should fall. Just like so. So, appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Just a quick video on how to field strip this, because if you've never seen it, it would be intimidating. Any questions or comments, appreciate it. Like, subscribe my videos. Have a good day.